Hello again, it's me, Nanigans, here with another team review. This is my second draft team. Um, so the context for this team, or this draft, was we were using Pokemons from generations 1 and 2, and anything that evolved from those generations. So like all the Gen 4 evolutions, any regional forms, all of that was legal. But like nothing from Gen 3 or anything from Gen 4 like Garchomp wasn't allowed, but Tangrowth, for example, would be. So that's the context for this draft. We did try to make a point system 1 through 10, ranking all those Pokemon. And the only thing that was above 10 points was Tyranitar, because we felt like Sand, on top of what Tyranitar offered for a team, was much stronger than anything else in such a limited format. Which, in retrospect, was kind of not a good choice. And the amount of points that we gave was way more than nobody used their full points and had full teams. I think we gave 85 points with not that many 10-pointers, not that many 9-pointers. So everybody had like pretty strong teams overall. But looking at it, here's what I had. Mismagius and Electrode were initially on the team, and after about week 4 or so, I traded them off because they just weren't doing anything for me. I traded Electrode for Magnezone because I thought, it'd be cool to set up Electric Terrain for Raichu, or also have an extra Steel type or an extra Sturdy, and just have 2 Sturdies going on. And then Mismagius just wasn't doing anything for this team. So I traded it for something faster, which is Weavile, who wasn't initially on the board, but somebody dropped out, so we went back on the board. This season was cursed. This season was so cursed. But looking at it, this team was probably by far my least favorite team. I really didn't enjoy using it. My biggest goal with this team was to have stuff with a lot of momentum, which, boy, did I get a lot of momentum, which is cool. I really wanted a teleport user this season, which I got Clefable for. Because I've heard more than once that Clefable's like one of the best Pokemon in a draft league, especially if it's such a limited format like so. Clefable got paralyzed. She got crit. She got frozen. She just died to everything. She wasn't able to sponge any hits, which sucked. I did not like using Clefable very much this season. But what can you do? That's Pokemon. Another thing to note, these matches were best 2 out of 3, not just best of 1 like a standard draft. So if you revealed certain sets, you were basically putting yourself at a disadvantage in the long run if you couldn't win easily. So Clefable was supposed to be the defensive backbone of this team, but just kind of fell apart every single match. So Fortress and Vaporeon actually ended up being very strong defensive backbones for me. I would say, honestly, Vaporeon was by far the biggest MVP of this season, surviving way more games than she should have. Shout out to Dan Furness, creator of Rivals of Ether, for inspiring me to pick up Vaporeon with Orcane as Vaporeon was Orcane's inspiration, so is why that I picked up Vaporeon. Then I learned about Vaporeon copy pasta and my life got ruined. So anyways, my first pick of this draft was actually Alolan Raichu, just because I thought this Pokemon was cool and I wanted to use a cool electric psychic type. I knew Surge Surfer was kind of a bad ability, but I thought having, 110 speed, electric psychic would be cool, and I could run Neat Tech with this Pokemon, which I did. Alolan Raichu I would definitely use again, but not anytime soon, I don't think. And I'd probably want a team that's better built for her. This team just didn't really support her that well. And she ended up having to be, more of a supportive role for Pokemon that couldn't really do what I wanted them to do. In order from greatest to least of how much I enjoyed them, I would definitely use Vaporeon again. I would definitely use Weavile again. Weavile is one of my favorite Pokemons ever, so, it's already cool. Probably Alolan Raichu. Heracross didn't really work out for me. I think I ran it pretty lame though. I think I ran Scarf basically the entire season. He just died to flying moves every time he came in, so I didn't particularly enjoy using him so much. Gligar is cool. I wish I utilized Gligar a little bit better. Like if he came to Grand Finals, he would have helped significantly more as a good resist for Aerodactyl. And I don't know. He had one bad week, and then I just said, I don't want to use this guy anymore. And that wasn't so. That was very close-minded of me. I started thinking like, every week has to have a Porygon and Clef and Fortress and Weavile. So like, okay, this is just the team for the rest of the season. Muck was really good, special and defensive. This Pokemon was awesome, but he got burned every single match, so we couldn't do anything. He just kind of was a wall that didn't die. So a lot of these team members just got shut down really easily, and I didn't really prep with them very well. I played as much as I wanted to play very unpredictably. I feel like this was the season where my team was the most predictable because I drafted so defensively. You can see my speed tiers are kind of meddling. I have 2 in every tier, or every like speed tier basically, with Fortress being my slowest mon, and Weavile being my fastest, which isn't bad. That's not a bad range. It's all of these, like having 285s, not so great. Having 260s, not so great. Granted, Magnezone didn't come that frequently, or like Gligar or Heracross didn't come that frequently. But there are just things that I wish worked out better with this team. I just didn't have fun using it. I drafted a lot of Pokemon that I was told to draft and told was very good, but ended up overall not really enjoying what I had. This season was cursed, like I said, so everybody just kind of played because they had to, and basically everybody ended up dropping out or not playing their matches at all, until like there were only 5 people out of 12 left. 12 or 16, I don't even remember, but it was kind of an ugly season. But still a great learning experience as far as hosting goes, hosting drafts. And like this definitely taught me that I don't really like to draft defensively. I don't think it's that strong. Drafting defensive Pokemon is really good. Like Vaporeon is so strong, and it has a lot of variability in what it can do. It has like 6 good moves, but all of those moves can always come to every match essentially. Like Ice Beam, Flip Turn, Scald, Hydro Pump, Wish, Protect, Ice Beam. I don't know if I said Ice Beam already, but like you don't want a Mon with 100 good moves. You want a Mon like Clef has like 100 good moves, right? But then you don't know what you're going to be doing with it every set. Your opponent doesn't, but do you? Really? You have to be really proactive or reactive. And I don't know. I just did not use this Pokemon very good and did not. It's too big brain for me. Vaporeon is simple for me, and I was able to utilize it much better. How long is this recording? 8 minutes? Okay, I got 1 more minute to talk about something. So Weavile is cool. Really focus on how your team works together. I think this season I just picked Pokemon that I told was good and didn't synergize well. And looking back at it, like none of this synergized together. When Fortress is gonna be one of the best things I have, I feel like I made some mistakes that I could really learn from and really improve on. This team isn't really bad, but you look at it and just think like, there's not an oomph to this team. There's not that special sauce. This team is very bland. It doesn't have a lot going for it. 2 strong physical attackers, 1 okay special attacker, a good tank, a good everything. Magnezone, I'll never draft again. I don't think it's that good in draft format, unfortunately. Alolan Muck was a good physical hitter, so I had 3 really good physical hitters, and then a really good special tank as well. That just got burned. Then Fortress is just a overall decent tank with leftovers and Volt Switch. You should have U-turn though. Crying emoji. Crying emoji. Yep. I don't know what else to say. Bye.